Truth is, I am Iron Man. Dum, patak, dum, boom, patak, dum, boom, patak, dum, boom, patak, dum, boom. Welcome to another video, Lego fans and the Lego Curious. I'm Mr. Brick City, and today we got the Avengers Marvel versus A.I.M. The Iron Man Hulkbuster to be accurate, and it's the 76164 Lego set, released back in 2018. It's got around um, 400 pieces, I think, possibly. And this is versus A.I.M. Just quickly a background to show you guys, just show you the quick features that they have. The first things first is Iron Man himself as a minifigure. That's accurate. Look at the details on the back, and of course the front. Now the helmet. Now he's got the blue light. Let's brighten that up a bit. So the temperature's out. There we go. On the spot editing right there. So he's got the blue face. Now the blue face is to represent is what his character has, and then you got the normal face on the back, and the blue face is when he's got the camera on the back. When the film is showing and he's got his inside view, inside camera, his face lights up from the TV screen or the screens that he's looking at, makes his light up screen. Then you got the Iron Man rescue that sits on top of his on his shoulder right there, like you see on the box. And of course, and it does turn around anywhere, which is like he has got two butterfly over here, which you kind of do that, but without actually. How do I do it? So you bang him on there, and you have to kind of like spring load it on top like that. And it didn't work before. Must be doing something wrong. Let me just reconnect his blaster. Well, I'm guessing it's his blaster. Anyway, he has the minifigure itself has got his face here like that, and then the back he's got another face. So I don't know what the rescue is. I thought rescues were his unmanned minifig, mechanical only help out robots, but he's actually a man in this. I'm guessing from the video game. In the video game, rescue is an actual person, I guess. And then you have the mech itself. Let's just straighten him out a bit. Fully complete with legs. All toes are movable. His feet are movable. His legs can go up, down. And then of course it breaks apart, which is one of the only issues that comes, that it is kind of does fall apart. Let me just put the his back bits on, and then of course he's got the flat head, so he moves side to side as well. The ball bearings or whatnot, they are nice. This can go up, and his lower limbs can go, hand can go there. He's got toes with of course the blasters over here, and in the movie he blasts gold. This one has got like a blue ring to it, and we've broken his shoulder off. Oh well, part of the video, leave him to it. Let me just sit him back on top of there like that, and I've just shot one of the I just shot one of his arrows off. I just placed him here. Now, then it's got the two A.I.M characters. Well, A.I.M soldiers. No, they're very generic. Just A.I.M soldiers on that. One with the jetpack. I love this nice greenness here. It's very nice. The neon glass, and then you got equipped with like a sniper gun as well. And then we have another A.I.M soldier walking around, and I'll fix him back up later. And yeah, so what is A.I.M? A.I.M ironically were the a group of scientists that feel like these Avengers superheroes have too much power and they need to be handled, so they morally justify themselves, introduce something which is quite noble, trying to keep peace on earth, but end up becoming an evil, villainous, and nefarious type of character themselves. And the actual mech Iron Man is from the movies and the comics. It actually, out of all the mechs, this is the mech that is actually legit from the comic books, and of course, and all from the comic books as well as the movies. Is actually the only mech. I really got all sorts of mechs now, but Iron Man was the actual. I, I could say legit mech, while the other ones are like just sort of Legos versions of whatever they want to do. But this is actually a legit one that comes from straight from the movies and everything. So there are a few issues with the mech itself. If you notice, they kind of hide his right ones, his I guess hip joints, because they're not. I don't know why, but one of them is rounded and the other one has the back bit. I can't get them both similar, as well as see these joints are similar. They got that bit right, but they've strategically hid that because they know they can't get it. Don't know why, for whatever reason, they can't get them both on the same side, so they've strategically hit that. His flat head, and in the comic books and movies, if you notice, he's got more of a shape to the head, and that is flat. Yeah, the actual build itself is not really actual build itself was a very good build, to be honest with you. It was a build that had a very unique broken up again, very unique Lego techniques that they've used. Quite an advanced kind of Lego build compared to whatever his other sets were. This is more advanced. Little design flaws here and there. Um, don't don't really like the flat head. Rather, in the movies and the comics, it's more of a Iron Man head shape. Um, these were a good touch design, and of course, the what other thing is the helmets themselves. They're a bit meh. These helmets, they're a bit dodgy, a bit bigger than what they're meant to be. Quite not as good as the older mechs, but yeah, this mech, these helmets are a bit off key. Don't really like them, but yeah, as far as the build goes, it's a really good build. Very I mean, as you can see, things just keep falling apart every time I touch it. Touch it here, touch it there. Just give it a little touch and the thing just breaks apart. I'll see if I can build it back up while I talk about the actual Iron Man mech and why it was built and why is it called the Hulk Buster. And the reason why it's called the Hulk Buster, because ironically, the same way as these A.I.M people feel, Iron Man felt the same way with the Hulk. Now, I think I've lost a piece here somewhere. Iron Man felt the same way with the Hulk. He felt like the Hulk is getting out of control, so he created uh, the Iron Man mech to tackle Hulk himself. And in Iron Man, Ultron, Attack of Ultron, he kind of controls the mech, much needed. Controls Hulk, and they have a big, massive fight in the movie. Iron Man eventually gets on, defeats Hulk, and kind of calms him down. And yeah, and then for the same reason, now he's fighting. He's fighting the A.I.M guys, and the A.I.M guys feel the same way about Hulk and Avengers themselves, ironically, which is makes it interesting, and you know, they just feel morally justified to do so in their own way, as well as anything else, and that is, just life. You can, morally justify. People can justify morally anything. What is morality at the end of the day? You can justify almost any issue that you feel sees fit, and then it only takes you know some charismatic character to come along and just justify whatever society thinks is moral at this time, or whatever time is like. So the concept of it is pretty deep. you know I like the storyline. I think it's a comic book, and I think they made a series on Disney called the What If and whatever. So, bottom line, let's do the review. The build itself was really good. Did get repetitive at times because every limb is just sort of the same thing. So once you make one leg, now you got to do the same technique to build that one. Gets a bit repetitive. The actual mech itself is, how many times has it fallen apart while doing this video? So it is a bit iffy in the fact that it can just break apart. Now the legs are broken apart. Now I have to reattach that to make it look nice. But playability wise for a young'un, I mean, it's not very playable because you're constantly breaking it, constantly straightening it, and whatever. So I guess it's just time consuming on breaking it. But as a display model, it looks very nice apart from the flat head. And the Lego technique used in them were brilliant. And that's it for this video, guys. I'll catch you on the next time. Laters.